Wait. Is Moonlight Sonata copywritten?
I don't think
I feel like it is.
Shit. Well, that's pissed. Welcome everybody to Ready
I
Set
feel like if you
Roll.
have to ask yourself that, it's copyright.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to Ready Set Roll. I am the lovable DM Daniel, at least for this session tonight. And we are going back to the Damocles. If you don't know what that is, you can go back through Ready Set Roll and catch it on what it was originally called, Project Z, and then its second incarnation, Damocles. With me today is Craig.
Hello.
Marin, creator of Apertures and working on a secret project as well for Curious Monastery.
Hello, everybody.
And from a podcast I'm also a part of and a very good friend of mine, Coop the Troop.
Heyo.
That podcast being the Z Team. And today we're going back into the Damocles, a large spacefaring ship sent far, far away from the Milky Way galaxy. Are you gentlemen ready?
I'm always ready.
Yes, I'm looking forward to a gruesome death.
Mm-hmm. So, dear listeners, just imagine Moonlight Sonata playing in the background.
Which, I looked it up, so technically speaking, the song is old enough that it's not copyrighted. However, the particular recording that you might be using may be. So.
Oh.
That's troublesome. That's always a troublesome thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So.
All right, Dan, we're going to take a quick 30-minute break while you practice your piano skills, and we'll be back.
Look, this is not Resident Evil 1. I cannot play a perfect Moonlight Sonata after just one room exchange in the mansion.
Let me go get my daughter. He can play Ode to Joy. I don't know about Moonlight Sonata.
That works too.
I'm pretty good at I'm a Little Teapot.
Oh.
That's exactly the kind of music you want when you're about to die.
Mm-hmm. The Damocles, floating through the endless expanse of space, stars dotting all around you. Going inside the ship, we zoom in to what is basically a conference room in the captain's quarters. A large man standing almost at 7 feet tall in a sleek Commodore sort of uniform sits in front of a monitor. A bunch of techno jumble that I won't get into because I'm not that great at it scans in front of him as he looks at 3 silhouetted figures, this being you all, the pilots of your various mechs. This is a way you all don't have to describe characters that are outside of the mechs.
I think we have before.
Huh?
I think we have before.
Never have.
Mm-mm.
You've only ever had to describe your mechs for me, so.
I thought we got out of the mech in like episode 1. Like I think I said I look like Jason Momoa.
And just to be clear, I never did describe what Duro looks like. So to all of you, you've never seen him. He's just some mysterious person inside of a mech.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, today's mission is a very important one. Normally just simple reconnaissance and resource gathering is your business. But lately our trackers have picked up a unique signal. One that has given our ship hope that we've never had before in these 4 years. Potential computer data, as well as circuitry for the temperamental warp drive. Now, I'm not saying that these parts will be the guaranteed fix that will guarantee our way back home. But the retrieval of these parts are a mission of the utmost priority and need to be handled with the greatest of care. Delta will be sent in along with Gamma Team into what we have registered as a facility stationed out upon a nearby planet. The planet is bare, almost similar to Mars in its structure. Your dossiers in your hands, you may now open them for the mission briefing. So basically in front of you all there is a sealed dossier that says do not open until instructed. Upon opening, you see what looks to be sketched outlines of various circuitry parts, names for said parts, and what each part is needed for to help fix the temperamental warp drive. It's very detailed. The hand sketching of whoever did this must have been an art major with a degree in engineering. Basically, tells you also how to handle these parts, how to store said parts, as well as the manner in which these parts need to be taken care of. Once you have fully familiarized yourselves with the dossier and what parts you're to be retrieving, you are to head out to your mechs immediately and prepare for launch. Questions?
Wait, are we going our separate ways then, and not as a unit?
The facility we have found is massive, taking up what would be considered the size of a large city. The mechs themselves are capable of traveling fast, and normally we would only spare one team per mission, but this is a 2-team mission to cover the entire facility in the time we need it.
So this is not me talking as the character, just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything when it talks about having to gather materials and how to store them and transport them, is there anything that we're going to have to take with us, like any kind of special machinery or any kind of storage chests or anything like that?
So basically you're going to be handed these special... I'm trying to think of like a good acronym for bag.
It's a bag.
Yeah.
Storage container.
Yeah.
Jansport.
A little armament guard.
A giant Jansport.
It's literally just called bag. Ballistics and armament guard.
Yeah, there we go. No, you are Team Delta. You will be keeping them inside of these bags. They're very good at holding various items of import. Another experiment.
We're going to have to come up with a name for these bags. Like, that hold everything. These bags that have holding.
R&D
Holding bags. I think that's going to stick.
R&D is working on it. Any other questions?
So, I hate to think that something bad would happen to Gamma, but if they can't complete their mission and we're the only ones down there, assuredly we would have to switch to Plan B and take care of their business too. Is there any way that we can find out what their mission is along with ours, just in case things go sideways down there?
It's exactly the same as your mission, to find and secure the location of the parts. As I said, the Damocles has a wide array scanner. The reason why we send the mech teams down in the first place is for the close scans, the more in-depth scans. So,
I'm assuming that they're going to go into a very different location than we are. Otherwise, we'll be going after the same things. If we scan and find that there's something nearby, in a sense, double dipping if they can stay alive.
it's the best way for us to guarantee a perfect search grid for the parts.
Do we have any information as to any life forms down there? Organic or synthetic?
None that we've managed to reach so far. The facility itself seems to have been abandoned.
I find this very, very disturbing.
So this is a place with advanced technology, quite large in size, and we're sending down multiple teams. Is there some reason why? Is there anything that we've picked up that's giving you caution beyond just, the norm?
Well, anytime we've ever sent teams onto the planets for resource gathering, the complications have arisen before. I mean, your team alone has battled Mighty Beast as well as various creatures of elements themselves. So caution is always advised.
Understood. Just curious.
Any more questions?
Roughly
Honest,
how many...
you're being...
I was just going to ask how many components roughly are there for us to collect?
5.
5, okay.
As in the dossier, there's 5 specific components that we need, and this place is giving off the certain pings that we have been looking for quite a while.
Okay.
Other questions? Very well.
Say we get at it.
Gentlemen, report to your mechs. Godspeed.
Sir, I never got out of my mech.
Just in the office.
Honest. I think he might be agoraphobic.
You think? I thought he just didn't like, us.
Can you imagine how
both.
bad he smells?
I can,
Yes, all three.
and I want him to. I want him to stand there because I think I can.
He
I
smells.
thought you were about to say I can and I want to smell him. I was about to be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, no thanks.
It's like whenever you're smelling to a bag of gym socks. It's like, oh, you should smell this too.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
So, fast forwarding, your team is now dropping onto one side of the facility. The other team, Gamma. The hope is that both teams come from one side of the facility each, and come to meet in the middle. Or if they locate their proper items, informing the other team to bug out and mission complete. But as the drop pods come screaming down and crash onto the planet's surface near the facility, we have your mechs exiting. First up, Honest.
All right. Honest's mech just casually strolls out. He's just got this massive kind of chest plate on it. His mech is just pure silver, and it's basically just a mishmash of tons of different random parts and spare parts just kind of welded and fused together to make his mech. He got like an upgrade, which is why like the chest portion is so bulky recently, but it's already got like a few like welds and scratches from like the last mission that they had. It's like a kid who just can't take care of a toy properly for more than 5 minutes.
What's the newest upgrade that the Honest has picked up? This would be your level 7 fighter ability that you picked up.
The newest addition has been a couple extra springs to the back of the Honest's legs, which give him a bit of extra running and jumping boost.
I can't remember. What kind of fighter are you?
Champion.
Right. Ooh, very nice. Coming out of their drop pod next is the Bastion.
Sorry, we're greeted again with, as in the prior recording, a very sleek, very futuristic looking mech. I mean, this is something that kind of like stands out against a lot of the other ones just because it's a very experimental unit. There are lots of different, variations and shades of gray. There's some little bit of trim of purple around some of the arms and some of the areas where the gauntlets are that extend out and create the nanofilament shield that it often has on it. Its most recent upgrade is along its head casing. There's a series of tubes and lights that have been installed, and basically when they have been perfectly attenuated to be where anytime somebody sees it, they can actually emanate both a combination of steam as well as sound and sights that in combination actually can be quite horrifying to different creatures. It just depends on whether it's able to determine what is the combination that would most work, so it constantly shifts to be as menacing as possible.
Very nice. And coming out last but not least is the Devil's Due.
Dorian Malice looks up at the picture of his wife and kid. Angela, Henry, hopefully I'll be coming home soon. Shield at 100%. And agility. And you see him, he starts doing a couple like jabs. And he's a little bit quicker than before.
Ooh.
And as you see like that quickness, he looks down at these gauges, and the heat on a portion of his mech starts going up, like it has problems controlling its inner cooling system. Doing so whenever Dorian was basically messing with his mech to try to get a little bit extra quickness out of his mech, it's starting to overload his heating systems. And if you guys haven't heard previously, every time that I go to make a hit, my mech's blades on his arms, they heat up to be like a searing like type of hit. Well, now he has injected like an overloading like switch system, and at first he thought this is really going to be a bad thing. It's like an emergency, like I'm kicking the breakers and I'm going to exhaust all of my ports all at once, and it kind of shoots out like a smoke cloud. This is a spell that he's got called Shadow of Moil, and what it does is it turns light into dim light into dark light around him. So if I get in trouble, I can kind of like do like an Octopus Inc. situation and get out of town.
Nice.
So with my cooling ports system, I had put in place a just in case kill switch, and it overloads my cooling system, which puts me in a tomb of ice, and it freezes me freezes my whole systems. They lock up. But a cool thing that I found out that it is impenetrable up to 80 temporary hit points. Daniel, take that.
Nope, that is correct.
And
that one's right.
So that's how I keep my cooling systems from overloading.
It's very, very strong.
Boom shakalaka.
Is this
80 temp
See, Dan
hit
prefers that
points.
because at least then you're not killing everything.
is that the spell or just the invocation, the Tomb of
The invocation, Tomb of Ice.
Yeah, Tomb of Ice. It's a very good one. So basically, if your turn's not coming around for a while, you just do that and you're pretty well off.
Well, as a reaction, if like I'm about to die and you're just like overloading on me, I can just do Tomb of Ice and then I get temp HP, but I can't do anything until my next round.
Right.
Like until it comes back to me.
So, you all have landed. You're just about a mile out from the facility on kind of a high rise. You can see it further down off a cliff. What would you all like to do?
I'm writing shit down so somebody else is going to take the lead.
Is there like an easy pathway down the cliff, or?
Yeah, I was going to ask something similar. Is there an easy method to get kind of ingress, if you will?
As you look down and see the facility, you can see all sorts of abandoned vehicles around it. And as far as a pathway goes, it does not look like there is any sort of roadway heading into the facility. It looks like there was mostly drop ships that would come down and maybe drop their equipment off and whatnot. Your mechs do have their grappling system that can be attached and help you traverse this cliff. All you all would have to do
I would like to do. I'd like to do a perception check to like scan the area.
Yeah, go ahead.
16.
Okay. As you continue opening your scanners and looking about, the facility, as was said, is massive. What you could consider the size of maybe a large manufacturing plant in size that could hold thousands of people, bigger than the Damocles itself, honestly. The main thing you notice is the various vehicles down and about the facility were seemingly quickly abandoned. Not just, left there and stored, but like people jumped out of them and left them behind.
Guys, I don't like the look of this. It seems as though they left really quickly. Kind of, maybe they were under attack or something happened that made them have to leave.
Interesting. And basically, Bastion's going to want to take a look and he's going to be looking for like telltale signs of methods of attack. Like if they ran away in a hurry, are there like scorch marks from laser blasts? Are there explosion? Any kind of signs of what might have been attacking them or threatening them in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Are there bodies too, or is it just like remnants of people?
The DD did not see any bodies. For any more finer details, you all would actually need to get closer in, like towards the vehicles.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Delta, this is Gamma. Over.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gamma.
We have successfully landed and are now making our way towards the facility. Over.
Copy that. Keep your eyes out. It seems like they left in a hurry. We're moving in as well.
Copy that. Meet you in the middle. Over and out.
Well, I guess we best get going then.
So, you all attach your grappling systems. By the way, you all do have a companion today. The sensory computer hunter Mastiff.
Yes, another animal I can kill. I've killed one every time. Guys, he's too far. He's too far gone. We'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. Put him down like Old Yeller.
And if I remember correctly from the last session, I think Bastion liked it more than he did any of you.
Well, the last one you all
I think
had
so.
was BB Rexa, the bear.
Right.
Yeah.
But he likes the assistants.
So, for you all to attach your systems and to grapple down, I will just need a simple athletics check.
24.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
7. But I have to go help Sarah real quick.
Okay.
I'll be
He's
right
like, I
back.
just felt that horribly. It's time to leave.
So as you all proceed to make your ways down, the Devil Dews, like as he's about like halfway down, his cable becomes detached from the cliffside itself, not able to support his weight, and he just kind of falls down a little bit. Just
Once Bastion gets to the bottom, he wants to take a look and see if, Devil's Due took any damage.
well, once he gets back, I'll tell him what the damage is.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, I think I know what happened is they took the name Thirsting Blade off the app and just renamed it as an extra attack, because that's exactly what it is. It's an extra attack. But,
So as Double D goes down, oh Jesus!
you take 9 points of bludgeoning as you tumble down.
Oh, good God!
You all right down there?
Yeah, come down. The water's fine.
When did I just get a country accent?
Sorry. Changed my accent there for some reason.
Yeah.
He's always had a country accent. His modulator's been off.
We're just like, Jesus, doesn't he ever get out of the mech?
Well, he is a hodgepodge of mechs. Like he's always said that he's like the garage, like the junkyard mech.
I have a variety of accents.
Well, I found new voiceovers to do over the intercom. Ooh. Oh, this one's Russian, yes.
All the same, once Bastion
Next thing we're
gets
gonna
down
hear,
to the bottom,
he gets like starts doing soundboard effects like "Bow, bow, 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 bow." Oh God, come on.
To answer your question, Marin, as you go down and inspect the Double D, you can see it has taken superficial hull damage.
and I'll just be like going, and Bastion will just kind of pat him on the shoulder and just be like going, "Don't suck next time," and just turn and walk away.
I was trying to clear the way for you guys.
You did.
Appreciate it.
As you all make your way to the facility, your mechs leaving their footsteps in the ground, you do come across the vehicles and can see there's like some damage to them, like that has made its way into like their internal components and everything. Even some of them, what you might consider a tank. It's all very foreign-looking vehicles, things you've never seen before outside of Earth or the Damocles. If you want to figure out what kind of damage this is, I will need investigation or arcana, which arcana is the mechanical skill in this universe.
That's a 15 Arcana, good sir.
All right.
Did you hear me, Dan?
Yeah, I did. I was wondering if the other two wanted to make a roll or not.
I was
got a
going to
15
roll
as well.
investigation, but I got 10.
Okay. Both Dee and Bastion, as you're looking over, inspecting the metallurgy, and the surface of the vehicles. Whatever hit this vehicle was not done by a heated weapon or even a solid object. It's almost as if it was melted, and whatever melted it hit the circuits and ripped through that as well. But it's very
Well, that's not
concentrated
good.
melting.
So it's like, is it anything that we would have like a reference point for, like a kind of is like plasma? Is it,
Maybe like
or
a
is it something really foreign?
maybe like a heated plasma goop dropping onto it, but
Okay.
not much else that can be picked up from this.
Okay. Is
What type of
there?
material is these? Are these cars and stuff made out of?
They are made of high-density metal, almost similar to what you would find in titanium.
I look at the cars. I look at us. I look at the cars. I look at us. And I go, we're about to have a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is new? Is this our door?
Yeah.
Is this the exit stage?
Exit stage
So-
left.
Yeah. Is there anything like, sorry, maybe you said this and I just didn't catch it, but like in terms of the way that they were damaged, is it something to where these were like single points of attack, or were there like patterns to them? Like, for example, like a spot here, a spot there, like in some sort of like array. Just trying to get a sense if this was like a traditional type weapon that somebody fired, like a gun that shoots this crap, or is it something like, because we've seen lots of weird alien life forms and all sorts of weird stuff. You know, is this something that like by its organic material was able to cause this kind of damage across some sort of pattern?
It's like something laid on top of it, almost.
Ah.
Like it went in a straight line, but it did not go like a straight line through. It seemed to have covered it.
Okay, got it.
So, all right.
Thank
But
you.
you all do see a very
Uh,
large bay door that would lead you into the facility from this point.
Gamma team, come in.
Oh, this is Gamma over.
This is Double D. Just checking in with you guys. We're seeing some signs of, I guess you could say, erosion or something is eating up the metal around here. I just want you guys to keep a lookout. It looks like an inorganic spray or something. We're not entirely sure. I just want to make sure that you guys keep a lookout. It does look like something hostile did take place here.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing something similar over. Over.
All right, well, thanks for checking in. Jeez. Would have been nice to know.
We luckily have a very large hole in a doorway allowing us in, so we're heading in now. Over.
How big is this hole?
About mech size. Over.
Oh, Jesus. Well, stay frosty in there.
Over
And
and out.
Bastion, without turning off his comms, pretty much on accident, but kind of not. He's just kind of look over at Double D and just there and go, man, they suck. So much concern
I'm
for their
working-
fellow teammates.
I'm more concerned about whether that thing was blasting into that facility or blasting out.
Actually, that's a good question. Can we get a sense of how the hole was made? Like, are we seeing the same kind of hole with the bay door that you had mentioned? Is it open of its own accord, or was it actually forced open in some fashion?
No, the bay door is shut completely.
Oh, it's shut.
It's
Okay.
the other team who had the hole.
It's the other team.
Right. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So I guess at this
Onward
point,
and
just yep.
As you all approach the bay door, you can see that there is a console here that is attached to the bay door. It looks like it goes off of a key card.
Wait, do we need to actually like find somebody with a key card, or can we just bash through this bay door?
Would Honest like to attempt to bash through the bay door?
I'm going to pull Honest back before he does this and be like, look, we don't need to Doom this, all right? You don't need to be the Doom remake guy where you just start bashing the fucking console. I go up to the machine, the scanning machine, and I did a Arcana check, which is computer tech in this universe, right?
Mhm.
I got a 16 plus 4, so an unnatural 20
Okay.
to like hack in.
Devil's Due, as you kind of attach yourself to the console to figure out the finers of the inner workings, you manage to unlock it by simulating sort of the card reading process and faking it. And as you do, the door opens up. Little yellow lights flash around as the bay door opens. And as it does, you can see into what looks to be a large storage hangar with more vehicles inside and various crates as well.
You just hear like Honest mutter, "Show off."
And Bastion's going to pat Honest on the shoulder because he knows he really wanted to bash the door. And then he's going to go ahead and step forward, trying to maintain a frontal position.
Where's our pet right now, by the way? Is it just like following behind us, or?
Narcissistic cannibal. Beep, beep, boop.
Well, I'm gonna do a quick scan, see if our if what we're looking for is here.
As you open up your systems, scanner systems, go ahead and roll.
I'm not sure if it was mentioned already, but can we breathe the air outside of our mechs right now, or?
That would also be a part of that. This is going to be a survival check, by the way.
Okay.
As far as scanners go, in terms of scanning for items.
That would make a difference.
It does.
Yes!
What'd you get, Captain?
19 plus 1.
Okay.
Because my perception roll was garbage.
So as your
I have advantage on perception roll too.
As your scanners are pulsating out for the technology, you are getting a read further into the facility. Just a few clicks. Well, clicks would be kilometers. Less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Less than a click, you're picking up a reading. It's just going kind of like a sonar system almost for the technology. And the Mastiff as well looks at you and kind of releases an AI speaking voice saying, "Target has been analyzed and located. Ready to proceed?"
With caution.
What's the distance?
We are looking at a potential 800 meters out.
Not bad.
It begins moving forward. Brake loud. Ba 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 ba, and just keeps going in.
It's like a combination of artificial intelligence and a boombox. It's pretty awesome.
Double D, if you
And
understand old world music, you would know what this song is.
And basically as the Mastiff makes his way in, Bastion will allow him to lead since he's kind of doing the tracking for us, but he'll always try to maintain fairly close proximity to the other two.
So as you all proceed in forward cautiously, it takes you all about an hour to actually navigate through all the various hallways and corridors. This place almost in of itself, in areas, seems like an assembly place. There's various tracks and trolleys that carry various parts across the assembly floor. There seems to be mechs, actually, that are used for lifting parts, and various robot arms that don't do any of the finer details of work, but do their part, which you can gather. Eventually, as you continue going in, you can see what the assembly line was putting out, at least on this side. And you can give me an Arcana check as you start walking past all these parts to get an idea of what was being built here.
That's a 16, boss.
Okay.
That's a very respectable 1.
That's a very respectable 10.
DD, you can tell that what is being made, at least here, is the outer shell of an engine.
Okay.
Almost like for spacecraft.
Do I know, is this one of the parts that we need, that we were briefed on getting?
The casing is not. What you're more or less looking for is a lot more of internals
Mm-hmm.
for for the temperamental warp drive. But as you're closing in, you're starting to see kind of this area that looks like there was a mix mash where the shell that covers the engine is being put on top of the engine. And it seems like one engine was like kind of stopped midway before it was completely shelled in.
Are we seeing any more of those like plasma burn, like anything like that inside of here?
Go ahead and give me a perception.
That'd be a natural 20.
Damn.
You do actually see more of these areas. And you can see them in the ground. And you can see them in the ceiling. And you can see them in the walls. And through further detail, you can see that some of them kind of go inward, like how the burn works, and some of them come outward. Almost kind of like a tunnel system.
So do I get a sense of whether the ones that were coming outward are the ones coming from out of the ground, or was it just the fact that they burned through the ground from above?
It's every which way that you can think of.
Okay.
From above, from below, from the sides.
Okay.
Each one that you see varies in size as well. And you also notice something quickly move behind some of the shelvings.
Bastion's immediately going to put one of his hands up to kind of like motion for them to stop moving. And he's just going to kind of point his warhammer in that direction. And then he'll go ahead and get in position with his shield and start making his way in that direction.
Do you say anything to like us when you do that, or do we just kind of like notice you go off on your own?
I think it would just be the fact that like military, you don't want to give away necessarily that you saw something when you're trying to pursue something. Like I would assume they have some sort of signals that they kind of give one another when they need to quietly communicate it. Like I'm going to move in or take cover, that kind of different thing.
Okay.
Unless that's not the case. If that is not the case, then yeah, he'll be like, hey guys, I saw something really creepy over there.
I guess it really depends on how our intercom systems work. If you can hear them from the outside, then yeah, we would have signals. But if it's like you can't hear them from the outside, then I think the intercom system would be our preferred choice.
Yeah, I just don't know.
I mean, the fact that we're talking to Gamma, I think we have intercom systems.
All right.
But I get it, Marin. I get it. I'm down.
No, that's fine. Working with alien species, we don't know what the hell they are. Who knows what they can do? But fine, okay. I'm kidding. And Bastion will just there and say, first of all, the badness that happened outside has happened in here. Seems to be able to come from any direction, including the floor or the ceiling. And there's something moving over there in the shelving. So, and then he'll start making his way over in that direction.
So well honest.
As you all begin to move towards the area.
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast just in case anything that like pops up and it tries to like make an aggressive move. That's whenever my shots are gonna ring out.
Double D, as you're all moving together, your warning systems do go off as you start hearing a da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Your scanner's becoming faster and faster as whatever it is coming closer, and out from behind the shelves bursts out this large creature with a brown carapace standing before you all, its mandibles massive, clicking together, seeing you all, wanting to consume your flesh. So you may take your Eldritch Blast.
Well,
it's a good thing we're robotic, isn't it?
I think it's interesting that we're able to automatically assess that it's evil. I'm just kidding. It wants to consume your flesh. How do we know that?
all right, so I make 2 Eldritch Blast attacks. A 16 and a 24.
Both hit.
Do they both hit? Okay. And that would be 2d10 worth of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Not a whole hell of a lot, but I'm going to
Well, that
So
was
I didn't move up.
that was your ready.
I didn't move up.
That was your
Yeah, I didn't
reaction
move up.
before we go into
I'm just
initiative.
letting you know.
I know.
I'm just letting you know I didn't move up.
I know.
But yeah.
And with that, we're gonna go
So
into initiative.
I like to picture that you guys are moving in, and then this thing just pops out, and my warning system start going bleep bleep bleep, and I just immediately just like you see these two tethers just come flying out from, and they almost hit Honest and oh god, I always forget your fucking name, your mech's name, Bastion, and they almost hit you guys as they come flying past, and then I just like hit this thing and I wrap them up, and I'm like, come on boys, we got company.
Did you pull it closer?
I did not pull it closer because I didn't know like where everybody was. I can, but I didn't.
So where is this beastie relative to Honest and myself?
It's about let's see. It's about 40 feet away from you all as it breaks through the shelving.
Got it. Okay.
And in terms of size, it is larger than your mechs.
Okay.
Oh.
In that particular case, I have an initiative of 11.
17.
14.
Oh, well, it seems like y'all are going for it. So I've got, who was 17?
Doubles do.
Okay,
double do. Coop, you were 14 as
Yep.
Honest. All right. Next we had Bastion, and then we had this thing. All right. Proceedeth.
And then we had that thing.
So, DD, what you gonna do?
So is it DD? So it's already close, like far away. I'm gonna try to hit it with another two tethers because it's bigger than my mech is. So I'm gonna try to really get a good foothold onto this thing and then pull it closer to us so that my guys can actually get to it.
Mhm.
I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
All right, so I got an 8, which probably doesn't hit, but a 22 on my second one. As one of them, I'm assuming, comes in and hits its carapace and bounces off because I didn't get a good tether or a good shot with my aiming system. Second one comes in, with a 22, it's going to bury in there pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then do a D10 of damage. It's 5 points of damage, and I'm going to pull that sucker towards me.
Yeah, as you pull this large
10
thing,
feet closer.
10 feet closer, it like kind of drags its many legs through the ground. All right.
You can hear like the gears like as it's like warring on Double D, and he's like kind of like taking his arms trying to like wrap it up, bring it closer to you guys.
All right. Next up we have Honest. It is now within running distance and melee for you.
Okay. Honest is going to reach down to his right leg and then just kind of disconnect the scimitar, which is hiding behind a fold, take it out, and then just run at this big ant centipede-looking creature.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's just going to take a swing at it.
All right, swing away.
Oh my god. That's an 8 to hit, which I don't think it will.
You find its carapace very difficult to penetrate. A hard shell indeed.
Christ. Alright,
Still got one more.
mhm.
Yeah, you should have another attack.
Yeah, I do have an extra attack. I was just like, do I want to use that or no? No, I will attack. That'll be 21 to hit,
That will hit.
which I'm guessing does. For 5 damage.
Okay. Another cleaving strike goes into this beast as its blood begins to pour out this green essence. All right. And that is your turn. So next up we have Bastion.
Bastion's already got his shield and Warhammer ready, so he's just going to go ahead and move over alongside on us, and he's just going to whack at the damn thing. And that is a 22.
That will hit.
Okay. And that is 11 points of damage.
Oh, dang, nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
And your next
And yep. That is 21.
will hit.
Nice. And rolling it again, 7.
Okay, as you smash into this thing twice, breaking its shell, it seems to still be standing, but just barely.
Okay.
Um,
And that's the end of my turn.
all right, it is now its turn. And as it looks at you all, it seems to give off this chittering roar. And Bastion and the Devil's Due. I need you both to give me dex saves. As it opens up its mandibles and unleashes a jet of acid.
16.
That's a 9.
All right. Bastion, you only take 5 points of acid damage. Meanwhile, the Devil's Due will take a full 10. As this spray comes over your titanium armor, and you can just see it melt parts of it.
So it hits my overshield and kind of like goes through because it's so fucked up and, and like actually lands on my armor.
Yeah.
That's a spicy meatball, guys.
All right, back to the Devil's Due.
So, do I have enough movement to get close to it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, "You son of a bitch!" and I'm just gonna take off running towards it. And you're gonna see like the blades on my arm kick out, and then they just start heating up with because I'm trying to use the excess energy from my speed to put the heat through the blade, and I'm gonna take a couple like quick jabs at him.
Yeah, go ahead.
20 on the first hit,
Mm-hmm.
and 18 on the second, and then with my offhand, that's a 10.
The first 2 will hit, but even your minimalist of damage will kill it.
Okay.
As it takes the hits, it just goes chittering roar and then falls down over dead.
So you see me do like the X motion, and I'm just like whoosh as I just slice through like butter. Well, that was interesting.
Are you two okay? That seems to have corroded your armor.
I think I'm all right. How about you, Double D?
As he kind of like does a couple like system checks where he's moving his arms and stuff around, bounces up and down. Yeah, I think I'm all right for now.
Do you want me to work on it a little bit or no?
Save it for later.
Can I do a scan of this creature to see if it's like in any of the ship's like databases, if like it knows what it is or anything like that?
That will be a nature check.
That'll be a 13.
This particular creature, no. But from what you can get off of this entity is that its hard shell, though naturally difficult to get through, you all feel like you could probably get through it a lot more times than you would miss it. However, the main weapon it seems to have is that acidic breath. And it spat out on you. Also, from any understanding of bugs or anything like this kind of chitinous creature, you might make a guess that there could be more of these.
So, doing my initial scan, it seems as though the part we're looking for is inside that thing. As you see my blade pop out and heats up, and I try to cut through it to see if I can find the piece that we're looking for.
Okay.
You're the one that said the beeping of the piece that we're looking for was coming at us when he ran at us.
No. That was your warning system.
Oh. I thought you said like the initial scan of like
No.
what we were looking for.
No, that was your warning system.
You made the same beeps.
I apologize.
You got to make boops whenever there's enemies, not just beeps.
Patrick's just going to watch you like slice into this thing and be like, okay, you're taking this a little hard.
Not gonna lie, I
Melted my
thought I
armor.
heard the same thing.
As you all watch as the Devil's Due is cutting through the creature, you see your friend Mastiff come up with a component. Due to direct correlation of the scans that you all have provided, I have found one of the components.
Yeah, I knew that the whole time. I was just trying to do some more investigation on this animal.
ready to deposit into bag.
And Bastion will open up one of the specially, ballistics and armament guard bags.
All right, and as you put it into the bag, you all get a message from Gamma, actually, over the radio intercom. This is Gamma. Over. Delta, do you copy?
This is Delta. Copy. Yeah, I keep switching accents. God damn it.
Our team ourselves has managed to find 2 of the components, but we don't seem to be picking up any more from our side of the building. We are making our way towards the middle now.
Be advised that there are some weird bug-like creatures that are quite large, larger than our mechs, that are able to breathe some sort of poison or acid. So just be on the lookout, and please keep us updated as you actually have something to report.
Copy that. We will continue our way and give you any kind of report if necessary.
Well, if necessary, by our standards, preferably. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Roger. All right, Tim, let's get moving. Hey, Jim, where you at? Jim! You all proceed to head further into the facility to find another part.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
Yeah, let's.
I guess they'll follow with Mastiff. But one thing Bastion's going to do is kind of look back at the Earth and go, is it just me, or do you think that they should be reporting that they're missing someone if they can't find Jim?
Wait, what? Can they not?
He was calling out for someone and not able to find someone, apparently, before he finally killed the communication. So, sorry, I'm just a little annoyed by the fact that he doesn't communicate well.
Yeah, that's Team Gamma for you.
All right. You all
At least they found.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You go.
No, you go ahead. Oh, at least they found a component.
Yeah.
2 more components are left.
I thought we had 4 components to go for.
5.
No, it's 5.
There's 5 altogether.
5. Okay.
So there's 3. Maybe there's one more in here and one in the center of town, but we'll have to do another scan.
2 plus 2 equals 5.
Not necessarily.
I'm just kidding. It's a stupid idea and concept. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Anyone who thinks otherwise is dumb. Haha.
Sounds like you're a white racist.
It's
All right.
That's fine.
So going to do another scan, I assume?
Another
what was
survival.
scanning in this game?
Yes.
Survival. All right.
I am no help.
That would be 18.
Bastion, it seems like your sensors are the one that is picking it up now. It's only about another 100 or so meters away from you, actually. Coming from outside of this sort of assembly line area.
Mm-hmm. And question, in this universe, how do we manage Divine Sense?
Divine Sense is still the whole Fiend Undead Celestial thing. In a sort of way. But
okay.
There will be
Didn't you say last time you had a drone?
Yeah, it's a drone.
Yeah.
You put it
I had a drone. But I didn't remember what it was able to pick up based on how this spell actually originally works.
But there are some creatures that I would like lend to the exception of the rule sort of deal, because you're not going to be running into like demons and angels, right, all the freaking time.
Right. I just didn't know if these creatures were ones that, Bastion would feel or Duro would feel is something that he would be able to pick up with his drone, or if they would be an exception.
Not in this case, no.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Head in that direction.
Yeah. As you all continue on your path, eventually you come out of the assembly line into a corridor heading towards another room. The door kind of stuck. in like kind of a halfway open position, not big enough for your mechs to fit through, but if you needed to, you could like lift it up to get into the room.
Honest will approach the door, and then he'll like shine a light inside the other room, try to see if he can see if there are any other creatures on the other side.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception.
So close to a goddamn nat 20. That's a 9.
Oh. As you shine your light into the room, you don't see any kind of the creatures, nor do you see any of the scorch marks into here that would indicate that they'd be in this room. You do see what looks to be a holding area for various parts. You can assume that this is where the scans are leading you to.
All right, this looks like the place. And then
I was going to say, who's stronger between Bastion and to lift up the door? I mean,
we could do it
Not me.
together too.
that's fair.
I got a -1 in strength.
Okay, I have a +6. I just didn't know.
I have a +4, so
Yeah, I just didn't know how big the door is. If it's something to where we can double team it, or if it's something that only one of us could have room to be able to do anything with.
touche.
But one way or the other, he's going to try.
Okay. One of you all can give the other aid to lift the door, which would mean you just roll at advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll give Bastion aid then.
That's good because my first roll was a 2.
Mhm.
So 23 now.
With sort of a combined effort, the both of you put your mech's arms under the door and burst it up and over and open it.
You guys are doing great.
Proceeding inside, scanning over the various parts, you managed to come over one of the numerous components that you needed. So that would be...
Oh. Okay.
What's up?
I remembered I wanted to do something, but don't worry about it.
Oh,
I can do it on the way out. Just remind me on the way out.
Okay. But that will be a second component taken care of on your side. So you all need one more component.
So, do you guys think we should take other stuff too that we might need? Like, there's a lot of technology here.
Well, we don't want to overburden ourselves, especially if there's hostile creatures here.
But what if the parts that we're getting don't actually work? And if we get extra stuff, then maybe they could get it to work.
I mean,
Listen, I'm not an engineer, okay? So I don't know.
I think it's fine as long as we're not overburdening ourselves for the time being. Once we get to the last component, we can decide if taking it in addition to any extras that we've been carrying with us, if we need to get rid of something. I think it's fair for the time being to take some extra if we have it. This room.
Also, I don't think a man's gonna jump anytime soon, so we could just stay in orbit until we see what works and what don't. We can always come back.
Yeah, that's true.
As you all are getting ready to make your way to the last part, go ahead and give me one more survival.
16.
Nope.
Rolled a nat 1, so that's 5.
DD, as you are...
If we both roll nat 1s, does that give us some sort of special result, like something awesome?
Don't give him ideas.
I haven't
Negatives make a positive. It's
I haven't
math.
looked at these rules very often recently.
So, as you all are opening up your scanners, the Devil Dew picks up sort of the reading of the final component that is further in towards the middle of the facility. This is about 400 meters out from your current position.
All right, guys. I need to make a quick pit stop before we do that.
You gotta use
As
the
we're
restroom?
walking back out of our no. As we're walking out of the facility, I go back over to the carapace of the mutilated body,
Mhm.
and you see like these spores burst out from like these nanites burst out from me, and they just basically just eat this corpse.
Oh god.
What
Um,
are you doing?
I thought we could use a little backup just in case these little fuckers come back, and then I cast Spectre.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Spectre to have a little help.
And as you all
You've seen me use this before
yes.
when we burnt down a whole village.
I think this is weird, but yeah, no problem.
So as you all
I remember, but I feel like Honest wouldn't.
Oh god, you've done this before? Oh.
How did I forget that?
It's called biofuel.
So, as you all proceed to make your way towards the final component, towards the middle of this facility, the DD starts picking up something.
Hostile.
Yes. It seems to be...
Gamma, come in. Be advised, there's hostiles in your area.
And as you're scanning your sensors, you start to pick up more of these. They're not in the corridors. They're in the walls. Copy
Guys, we gotta
again, Delta.
get scooting.
We don't pick up anything on our scanners, over. We still can't find Jim, by the way. We think he went further into the facility.
Have you checked the
Negative.
walls?
Negative. First off, find Jim. You need to regroup before entering. It's entirely too dangerous. My scans are going off the charts.
All right, well, we'll be making our way. Oh my god. Sam, open fire! You all actually, because you're further in now, closer to the middle, you can actually hear all the gunfire coming from Gamma.
Oh, god damn it.
And with that is where we're going to end this part of Damocles. I want to thank you all very much for listening to Ready, Set, Roll Damocles. I was glad to have these three here with me to record this. And we will catch you all on the next part. But
Yay.
anyway. What did you guys think? Did you have fun with that so far?
I always have fun playing Dorian Malice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you all can figure out the theme of this episode of Damocles.
Alien?
Ambulance?
Hey, aliens?
Maybe. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed listening. Bye-bye.